Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Building in Your Underpants with Cable Guy. And in today's episode, I'll be showing you how to build natural organic stone bridges. Because who in this day and age has time to run from one side to the other side? Sit back, relax, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so when I get started on making my little stone bridges, what I like to do is kind of just use cobble slabs and get an idea of how the bridge is going to look. So and I like to go up at, I only like to go up one half slab at a time, so you can run up and down kind of smoothly. And so just kind of, however you want it to look, it's going to be fine. So give me 1 second. So there's a little guide, of how I think this will make a cool looking little bridge. So next thing you want to do is just kind of fill it out to how wide you want it. And I think trying to keep about a 3 wide path to start here would be better, and kind of stagger the junctions so they're not just straight like that. I mean, straight every once in a while is fine, but most of the time I like to put a little make it look a little jagged sometimes. So just like that, and I'll show you what I come up with in just a second. Okay, so here we have a nice little, nice little start of a bridge. Has a nice little slow curve to it. And so the next thing I like to do is add cobble stairs and stone brick stairs. And let me show you how I do it. And it's just to kind of break up the pattern a little bit. So you just want to add them in here and there, kind of like that. So it's not just, straight. I mean, you kind of get like a half block of elevation instead of a full. So just do a couple of them real quick. It'll really help. I think it really helps out with the natural look of it. Oh, fool myself there. So just add a couple more, just like that. And then the next thing I like to do is just add some lighting here and there. Like, I think right there will be good. Just cover it with spruce light. You can use whatever block you want, because none of it's going to show. This will help with the spawn proofing too. So just here and there. Don't have to get too crazy with it. So there we go. Alright, so the next thing I like to do is I like to start with the detail on the paths. I just like to add, I just do one type at once. I don't try to do it all, because I think this way is a lot easier, and it's easier to see, and it's not overwhelming. So just, add them here and there. Oops. And, so just like this. Just here and there. Not a big deal if they touch, because it's supposed to be natural. So as usual, it's hard to make a mistake when you're doing this. It just takes a little time is all. Okay, so next I like to add full blocks. And the ones I'm going to use for this one is andesite, polished andesite, cracked stone brick, and gravel. Now when you're doing these, you kind of want to be careful. I might have actually picked too many for this, but we'll see. And just kind of go one at a time here. But like I said, you can only do these on the full levels. So yeah. Then say if you're going to do the gravel, of course the gravel's not going to stand up on that, or it's not going to sit there by itself. You're going to have to add something, a slab underneath or something, which is fine, because we're going to have to go underneath to fix all this anyways. Oops. Rip grass. And so like that. Then I do want grass. this with gravel. Let's put it there. Let's see. There we go. And I'll show you what I have when I get done. Okay, now that we have the main walking path of this area, next thing I like to work on are the edges. And I'll go back to my stairs and slabs and my coveted walls. And I'll just kind of, you know, just add them in here and there, kind of randomize them up. Now these I will go in there like this. Oops. You know, just kind of give it an edge a little bit. That way, you know, you won't fall off. So I'll show you what that's like here in a second. So as you can see, I've gone in and I've added some more stairs, and I've actually went ahead and placed the walls too. But you can kind of see how I did it. You know, it kind of gives it a little bit of an edge. And then what I like to do on top of this is I like to go in and, you know, place some slabs on top of the walls here and there. I think for the detail wise, I think it really adds a lot. And then another thing you could do definitely is add some torches, which I should have had out and ready. You can add torches now, and then later on, whenever we get lanterns, you can replace the torches with the lantern. But I honestly think the torches look pretty good, just like that. Okay, so as you can see, I finished both sides, kind of the we'll call it a railing. So that way, you know, to walk up the center, you know, I think it looks pretty neat like that. Now, one other thing I like to do is I like to kind of blend these in to whatever you're working with. You just add a block here, add a block there, not too thick. So kind of like that. I'll do that on both sides real quick. Alright, now the last part we need to do is kind of get underneath it and kind of just make it look more interesting than this. So like the first thing I'll do is I'll go up to these lanterns, and I'll get the outsides of them like this. That way you can't see them anymore. Let's get a block on the side, why not? You know, just here and there. So, and after you do that, you go in here and add a slab here and there too as well. There we go. And I also like to add walls on the bottom of here too. And with the water update, you know, it really lets you do a lot. So, and just kind of like this. You just got to play with it until you get something that you like. Alright, so as you can see, you have a pretty nice looking little bridge here. It's natural and organic and it's stone. And when you're doing this, feel free to use any kind of block palette you want. I just like the grays, and you could definitely use dead coral and stuff like that for the blocks. But this is what I prefer. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!